In this episode of the Revenue Generating Activities series, we're going to explore 20 practical ways to generate revenue when you're in the soaring sea. Whether you run a professional services business, a retail store, online commerce brand, or your own product company, these activities will focus on what matters most in the soaring sea, systematizing your growth so you can scale what's working. Every entrepreneur sails through predictable phases, and once you learn to recognize them, everything changes. I'm Lynette Young, and this is the Entrepreneur's Voyage. Whether you're starting, soaring, sailing, or somewhere in between, you're in the right place. Stop surviving your business. Start navigating your journey. The Revenue Generating Activity Series is a 7-episode collection designed to give you practical, actionable ways to generate revenue no matter where you are in your business journey. In the soaring sea, you have 3 main sails powering your business: process, progress, and perseverance. Growth is happening fast. The wind is at your back. Your job is now to build systems that capture this momentum and make it repeatable. The head sail of prosperity guides your direction towards holistic wealth. Without strong processes, measurable progress, and sustained perseverance, rapid growth will overwhelm you. First up, we're going to cover professional services in revenue-generating activities. Now, if you sell expertise, knowledge, or time, such as coaching, consulting, agencies, freelancing, anything like that, these activities are for you. Number 1, think about a group program development. Transform your one-to-one services into leverage group offerings. This is very common for coaches that become overwhelmed or anyone that has businesses that deal with clients one-to-one. So if you're spending all of your time and you have no more bandwidth or capacity because you're dealing and helping clients one-to-one, think about developing group programs. Number 2, tiered service packages. Create a good, better, best option that serves clients at different needs and different budgets. If you offer one program, one price point, there's probably a lot of people that are outside of that window. If you only offer one package, you might want to think about offering a higher priced package. Yes, you'll have less clients, but it will also involve less of your time. You can have more elite clients, charge more for your time. Third up is certification or licensing model. Train others to deliver your methodology. This is huge. There are lots of professionals that have platforms and they license other people in their methodologies. Basically, you're duplicating or cloning yourself. If you're a professional that offers services and you just don't have enough time or you just don't want to do certain things, maybe you're not the type of person to travel a lot or get on stages, certify or license other people and train them in your methodology so they can go out and do those things where you don't have to. Number 4 is retainer conversion campaign. Think about moving project-based clients to ongoing monthly agreements. This is very common in the advertising and marketing world to be on retainer for every single month so that you have dependable, predictable income and your clients have a budget that they know that they're always going to spend in order to get your services. Fifth up here is associate or subcontractor expansion. Think about bringing on additional practitioners to serve a growing demand. I was just online perusing YouTube yesterday, and I had come across a woman, and she does work in mindset for professional women. Of course, I'm probably her target market, so her targeting is actually working. You can sign up and work with her at a very expensive price point, or that you can sign up and work with someone that works on her team. They're direct people that work with her, subcontractors, that sort of thing. They're not out doing their own thing. They're actually working under her wing and bringing you the methodology. Next up is revenue generating activities. If you are a retail location, meaning you have a physical location that people come to you to buy, these are some activities for you if you're in the soaring sea. I want you to think about a membership or subscription program. Create recurring revenue through loyalty subscriptions or even product boxes. There is so many of these, and there's probably so many on my credit card. I belong to it's called the Drip Bar, right? So you go get the IV infusions and stuff like that because Lynette just pushes herself too hard. So I sign up and I get 2 infusions a month and I get to pick my cocktails, whatever I want. And the price is a little bit cheaper, but they have recurring revenue. reoccurring revenue for a massage franchise membership. You sign up, you pay a price every single month, and you get one massage a month. So if you don't use it, it does roll up into a point. Second up under revenue generating activities for retail is private label development. Launch house brands with better margins in resale. Again, I did this in my scrapbook store. I invested in some heavy equipment, some laser cutting machines. Now it's like all over the place, but back then it was pretty in depth. And rather than pay markup for things to put on my shelf at my scrapbook store, I literally made them myself, and I came up with my own brand and I packaged them. And it got so big that I actually was providing wholesale product to other scrapbook stores. Third up is think about additional locations. Systematically search out expansion opportunities. This one's a little tricky because you might be doing bang up work on the corner of Broadway and 8th or something, and you go a couple blocks over, you're not going to get the same foot traffic. It's a different demographic. It's a residential versus a commercial area. Whatever the deal is, you really have to be systematic about this. This is where I like the idea of like even doing pop-up type stores in vacant locations, or pop-ups that you can join in with another retail establishment to see if a new physical location will work for you. Next up is think about pursuing bulk orders. So this is where you're going after commercial or B2B. You would think as retail is business to consumer, right? B2C. But think about pursuing bulk orders from businesses, hotels, corporate buyers, that sort of thing. Even as I'm saying this, the direct care physician that I have, they actually have a corporate program that as an owner of a company, you can pay the monthly fee at a discount for your employees so they have access to more immediate health care. Next up under retail for revenue generating activities is think about event or experience offerings. Host paid workshops, classes, experiences in your space. You're paying for that retail space. One of the things that I was constantly looking at when I owned my retail store was how much money am I bringing in per square foot? I think I had 3,800 square feet. Divide that into however much money I was making per month. Like I was always looking to increase the revenue per square foot, and I had my numbers that I wanted to hit for that. Usually in that scenario, I would have to buy more or more expensive things to sit on my shelf. But if I offered workshops, classes, I'm basically using time that is getting ticked away anyway while you're paying rent in your retail space that you can have for this. Think about Sur La Table. I've hit that place a couple times over the holidays. They have all these really super expensive coffee makers. I went in, I fell in love with a coffee maker. It was like $15,000. No, thank you. But they went in and they taught you in that retail space, like on the floor while people are shopping. They had this experience where like they would serve you different coffees and teach you about different coffees from different areas of the world. It's like they're literally, and then of course somebody's going to buy the $15,000 coffee maker or the $5,000 coffee maker. So they're using experiences to bring in more people, more foot traffic, make a little bit of revenue, and then increase their revenue per square foot. Next up is online commerce or e-commerce revenue generating activities. If you sell a product, if you make the product or resell the product, or even if it's a service, so a lot of these do bleed over to each other. If you sell products through a website or digital marketplace, these activities are for you. This is where someone buys something for you. Maybe you ship it. Maybe it's a course. Don't know, don't care. Different from them showing up at a retail. Think about subscriptions or auto ships. Convert one-time buyers into recurring customers. Heck, even Amazon does this. You go to buy your face cream or whatever, and then they're like, oh, would you like this shipped to you every 3 weeks or whatever it is? I was like, why, yes, I would. So I never run out again. Think about that for your online retail commerce as well, too. Next up for online revenue generating activities is email automation sequences. Now, it's funny because I wrote this a couple weeks ago and then I'm recording it today, but I've been seeing a lot of backlash. And I think it's because we just came out of a huge holiday season. The thing here is you want to build an email system, a drip feed that builds and nurtures and converts leads without manual effort. People sign up for your list online. They're going to send, hey, every month we're coming out with a new widget or whatever we're going to sell. But I will say there is a lot of fatigue post-purchase. So while you may be ramping up your email campaigns based on clicks and activities and remarketing and all of these technical terms, I would just say to ease up a bit once someone has purchased your product. I just for Christmas purchased these, like they're these little safety tools that you use in the car because I'm a mom and that's what I get people, right? I'm not buying them socks for Christmas. I'm buying them safety things. Basically, if you get in a car accident, you can use it to cut your seatbelt to free yourself or break the window to escape. And I've bought these. Now, chances are I'm never going to buy these again. I bought 4 of them, one for each car. Who else am I going to buy for? They email me every other day asking me to make a purchase, and it's just too much. So this is my little soapbox to say, be very careful about pre-purchase and post-purchase email sequences because people are getting tired. Next up on your online website for your revenue generating activities, this is when you're soaring. You've got so much business you can't catch up. And I see this a lot in the crafting girlies that I follow online. It got so much, like all they're doing all day is printing labels and packing orders and printing labels and packing orders. And while that may seem like a blessing, it's giving them no time for creativity, no time for new product development. It can really swallow you. That's why I say soaring isn't always a blessing people think it is. Next up, think about upsells, cross-sells, and bundles at checkout. Again, I have purchased a lot of things online this past holiday season, and the great ones actually had 2 things. I would put something in a cart and go to checkout, and there was a, hey, if you've bought this, you might want to buy this. Or people that have bought this product that you have in your cart also bought these other things. Maybe, I don't know, you bought a pair of reading glasses and you want a case for it. You buy one, maybe you get the second one half off. Like it's something that wasn't offered necessarily up on the normal website. The upsells, the cross-sells, and the bundles actually work well in a couple of ways. If you have inventory that isn't moving for you, offer them in an upsell cart bump that you can say, hey, here's these products. They're really great. We're going to offer them at 40% off. You're just basically covering your costs, moving the inventory out so that you can actually have space for the things that are selling well for you. And the 5th up for online commerce, and this is something that's been around, I feel like, for a million years, is affiliate program launches. Now, this is where you let others promote your products or services for a commission. This can get a little tricky when you're talking about physical products if you don't have a strong manufacturing pipeline already. But chances are, if you are in your soaring seat, you've been there, you've done that. There's lots of ways that you can do affiliate sales. I personally find that I like when it's with digital products because you can let them go hog wild and sell as much as they want. And taking a 25 or 50% cut and giving it to the affiliate isn't going to hit the bottom line as desperately as it would if you had a physical product with hard costs. Next up is in the product realm. So if you are manufacturing or developing physical goods that are sold through various channels, don't care, retail, online, I don't care if you've got a hot dog cart in New York City. If you make a product and you are selling it, these ideas might work for you. And remember that you're in the soaring sea here. Think about distribution partnerships. Think about securing placement in retail chains or specialty stores. So if you don't currently sell wholesale, if you're selling direct to consumer or direct on a B2B level, maybe you want to think about putting some of these things into chains or specialty stores. Now, getting things into specialty stores, privately owned like mom and pops, is way easier. You can generally walk in there, find the owner or at least the top manager, have a discussion with them and pitch, bring samples, that sort of thing. Getting into retail chains, there is an entire ecosystem of consultants that lives around getting your product into retail chains. You will be able to take wholesale orders in bulk here where they'll carry it in their stores, so your prices will come down. Your known entity of what your product requirements are will be, and it can be a much better situation for you if you are manufacturing the product and selling the product yourself. Let somebody else sell it for you. Next up here is product line expansion. Think about developing complementary products for existing customers. If you sell consumable goods, if you sell food or makeup or anything that you use up and have to repurchase, those are consumable goods. Things that are not consumable, people do not generally have to repurchase. I have a coffee mug here. I've had it for years. I have a pair of headphones that I have had for about 24 years. So if this company wanted to come back to me and make more money off of me, what do they have to offer? In this case, they have the little headphone, like soft little pillow things that go over your ear. After about 5 or 6 years, yes, they do wear out, so I can buy new ones. If I'm selling consumable goods, that's pretty easy, right? So hopefully they'll consume the product and come back to me to buy more. But if you're making things that are not consumable or not consumable in a realistic time frame, for example, automobiles are technically consumable products, but you're probably not selling a new car to the same person every month. You want to come in what your sweet spot is and think about where you can actually offer different products that's complementary. The best example that I can think of this is cars. We'll say they're quasi-consumable. And what they do there for a car dealership is they offer their service department because things need to be replaced. Free car washes or free oil changes for life because they want you back into their areas. If you manufacture or develop physical goods sold through various channels, whether it's online or in person or direct to consumer or wholesale, these activities might be for you. Think about distribution partnerships. So secure your placement in retail chains or specialty stores. Now, retail chains are very difficult to get into. Think about if you wanted your product on the shelf in Target or Walmart. It is very difficult. You can't walk into that particular location and talk to the manager and say, hey, can you put my product on the shelves on an end cap where everybody can see them? That's not going to happen. There's an entire ecosystem of consultants built around getting your physical product on the shelves of a retail chain. You have a way better chance of walking into a specialty store, a mom and pop store, talking to the manager, probably talking to the owner, and working out a deal where you can actually put your product on their shelves. Next up under product is product line expansion. Here you want to think about developing complementary products for existing customers. If you're producing consumable goods, could be coffee, pens, hand lotion, tissues. I'm literally looking around my desk right now. Chewing gum, toothpaste, makeup, whatever those things are, that's people are going to use that product. If you're selling these things where it's a one and done purchase, you might want to think about what can I also sell that person that revolves around the need that we've just solved for them. If you sell reading glasses, you might want to sell cases that match. You might want to sell the lanyards that you put them on, those sorts of things. If I sell the core product, what can I sell that complements that core product that may be different? Next up in product manufacturing for revenue generating activities is volume pricing tiers. You want to think about creating incentives for larger orders. Generally, these will cost you less to manufacture. The time frame might be a little longer. You're going to know your product better than anybody. But instead of working really, really hard to get 100 orders across 100 different clients, think about offering incentives so that maybe you get 100 orders across 20 clients because it will be less work and less overhead for you. Next up in product revenue generating activities is international market entry. Now, I'm going to say this with a caveat because the US is a little cray-cray right now with tariffs and all kinds of things. And I've seen even makers of physical products in Canada where the U.S. is a large purchaser. People in the U.S. are big clients for them, where their business has gone down by 80% because of tariffs. So maybe if you're listening to this in the after where things aren't so crazy. Also, marketing and selling internationally has a lot of caveats with it. So my suggestion is find a consultant in that space that can help you. But that might be something that is available for you as well, too. Things are soaring and doing so well for you. Make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, or one geographical location or one state or one country or anything, because if that bottom comes out from you, you're going to be stuck in a hard way. I'm seeing, unfortunately, some friends in Canada, like I said, 80% of their product got sold in the US, and because of shipping and all kinds of other things, it's basically gone away. Distribute your product if that is a concern of yours. And the last up in product revenue generating activities is white label agreements. Let other companies sell your product under their brand. This is done for software. It may not be a physical product, but it is a product, or even a physical product. Think about, in my opinion, the best and most amazing and awesome white label agreements to ever grace the stores is Costco. Costco doesn't make their own coffee. I read the Costco Connections every month when it comes in. They'll talk about how they go and they work with the farmers and make sure there's fair trade involved and that kind of thing. But they're not actually deciding we're going to get this plot of land and grow some coffee trees or bushes or whatever they are. They're not going to go and make their own brand of tissues and make a manufacturing plant just do tissues. They're going to go with whatever company makes Kleenex, and they're going to say, hey, can you do a run for us and put our sticker on it? That allows the product, the manufacturer of the product, to have a whole nother revenue stream, a whole nother distribution stream. And your name isn't necessarily on it, but at the end of the day, do you want your name on the tissues or do you want the money in your bank? If you found these helpful, I would definitely stick around, because we are going through all 7 C's for revenue generating activities. And I promise you, even though you may not have an exact business framework that's in here, whether it's professional services, a retail store, online commerce, or a physical product, or you don't think you're in a particular C right now, these revenue generating activities could be just the thing you need to kickstart an amazing year. I'm Lynette Young, and I believe a rising tide raises all boats. That's why I'm here. That's why this show exists. If this episode helped you, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube Podcasts so you don't miss what's next. Leave a review to help other entrepreneurs find us, or visit us at 7seasvoyage.com. It's 7 like the number. Thank you for joining me on the Entrepreneur's Voyage. Fair winds and following seas.